I'm Meiling, fashion designer. I was originally born, or I was born in Curep and then St. Augustine. I grew up in St. Augustine actually. And I moved to the Woodbrook where my studio and my home is, where I am at the moment. Oh, what inspired me, I was almost like born into fashion. My mother was one of Trinidad's leading dressmakers, Evelyn Achong. So I grew up actually in her sewing room, let's say that. So I was always surrounded by fabric, buttons, color, magazines. I was forever dressing my dolls. And I knew at a very early age, this is what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a fashion designer. Oh, well, even to get people to, and I think still, at a certain extent, to really respect what I do. I must say that the country has respected my work, so I am blessed. But there are lots of little things like the availability of any fabric that I wanted. When I started in fashion, there were many more factories. The industry was really up and going, and there were many more fabric shops and many more trimming shops. So now with, once clothing was imported into Trinidad, you saw more and more shops closing. So I can't get anything that I wish to do at my fingertips. It's not like being in New York that I can run to any shop and get any fabric that I desire, or any trimming, any button, any zipper. First, I think it's absolutely necessary that you have a technical background, that you have education in fashion. And there's the Caribbean Academy of Fashion here, which is an amazing program. Also, do not be afraid to fail. When you do, like for instance, so you've done your education and you've graduated with your BA or your diploma or whatever, and you're setting out and you do and you have your first fashion show. Do not become a diva after that fashion show. I say to stay grounded. Well, first begin, you have to have some sort of spiritual life. Like I meditate every morning, which is amazing. I have to do that. That when I come in here, I'm grounded. That is one. Two, remain humble and give respect to those who have come before you, and be encouraging and open. Like I want my legacy to be that the door of my studio of Carlos Street is open to any young designer, any aspiring designer or artist or anyone connected to this industry, photographer, model, designer. And as I say, remember, you're only as good as your last collection. I want to say to you kids that, there is a way that you can have a career in fashion and that you can earn a living from it. It's not easy, but remember, if this is your dream, follow it. If this is your dream, follow it, but you have to work hard. You have to work very hard to realize a dream. And you don't only work hard once. At my age, and after 30 years in fashion, I'm still working hard. Because, fashion is very transient. If you know now, especially with the social networking, and every day it's something new. Every day you look at cable, you see what Rihanna is wearing, you see what Beyonce is wearing, and you want this. And you see that styles are changing all the time. So, it's very, very transient, and we don't stay in one spot. That is why I say my day is so full. Every day is different. Every day I meet different people, different clients. I'm designing different dresses for different shows or for, So fashion, like any other career in the world, needs hard work and determination. Well, I first heard about it, was it last year? Yes, and I went and I was touched by, the eagerness of these kids to want to hear, to listen, to know more about different careers. And as I said before, my legacy has to be that I have to encourage anyone who wants to walk in my shoes. And I'm always interested in the youth. I think the youth needs, especially now, it's not the time that the time that I grew up in. Mothers and fathers now are much more taken up by work, careers. There's no time, not as much time that I got from my parents. So wherever I can lend a hand, and if I can inspire just one, and you can inspire another, my work has been done.